We are on to Fun Python project again, and this time around we'll be looking at a times table quiz game. Okay? Do you want to test your brain about how well you know the times tables? This is actually designed for you. So we just jump straight to the code. Of course, because it's a quiz game, there's an element of randomness that should be part of it. So we import random and import time. These two are inbuilt libraries in Python, so they do not require installation. Okay, and then we go ahead to line 4, where we define a function called getInt. So that safely gets an integer from the user with optional bounds. So you need to type in some integers depending on what exactly you want from the game. So prompt minimum value, not no minimum value, no maximum value. So you can type any integer of your choice. So while true, then you can try value integer input prompt. So if minimum value is not none and value is less than or equal to minimum on the min value, or the next line, right? Then you can then print, please enter a number between minimum value and maximum value. I mean, here we don't have minimum and maximum values defined there. So continue, then return value, accept error. Please enter a valid integer. So if you type in a number that is not an integer, so you get this exception error staring at you, and then to make you do the right thing, or at least to call your attention to it. So the next function in that place is the question part. Ask a function called ask question that takes two values, A and B. So here it says ask a single multiplication question and return true or false if correct. So what is going to happen there is that if you choose, there are two options, right? There are two possibilities. You can pick one where you do just single timetable, or you want to have a kind of mix. So we're going to see that as we go on. So the correct answer is A. So you pick A and B, and then the correct answer is okay. I mean, you get that, right? The computer does that, and so if you get the answer right, so the answer you impute will be compared with the product of A and B here. So if your answer is correct, if your answer is equal to the correct answer, which is A star B, then it tells you correct, and it takes you go on and it returns true. Else, it will say if you get it wrong, so it says, "Oops, the correct answer is," then it returns that correct answer, and then return false. Okay, so another function in this code is the times table quiz proper. So where it's kind of welcome you to play the game. So it's a welcome to the it says welcome to the times table quiz game, and then you have this is more like you're ruling a line under that, and backslash n takes you. It's more like we continue, then choose mode. So print select mode. So it tells you to choose a mode. So the first mode is practice a single times table, e.g., 7 times table, or anything at all. You can even pick 100 or 700 or 13, anyone. So the second mode is to pick mixed questions. So that means the computer gives you random tables, and then you need to impute your answer. So mode get int. So you enter either one or two corresponding, one corresponding to a single timetable, while two corresponds with mixed questions. So if you pick a single timetable, if you say 7, for instance, so it gives you possibilities like 7 times 1, 7 times 10, 7 times 5. But if you go for mixed questions, it can, pick any two, it can ask you for any random numbers to multiply, like maybe 10 times 13 or 7 times 55 or whatever, some random stuff. Most likely, I think everything is from 0 to 10 or something like that. Let's see when we get there. So then you also have the possibility of choosing the number of questions you want to answer. So if you want, like, I mean, if you have kids and they are up to that level where they can actually train, practice times table. So you want to say, okay, I'm giving you 20 sums. If you get 15 right, you get this particular gift. It's been known that reinforcement like that, is one motivation that helps some children rather, to really enjoy studying. So choose number of questions. So number of questions so it has to be integer. So how many questions would you like to answer? Do you want to answer 10, 20, 30, or whatever? So you choose that. So either that or one, meaning that if you don't choose anything, it will automatically choose one for you. So if mode is one, so table get into which times table do you want to practice? Okay. So is it from 2 to 12? If you don't pick that, then you have one again. So print, great. Practice the table, practice the whatever you choose here. Maybe you have chosen the 13 times table, or you even have a range, so it can now give you whatever you choose. Else, you can then have table none, then print awesome. You will get mixed. So if you choose two, I mean, this is for one. If you don't choose, if you don't choose one, automatically tells you awesome. You will get mixed multiplication questions. So then, of course, this one is the initialization for the score. Score is 0 when you start out. But as you keep getting the answers right, the score will be incremented. Then, in incorrect questions, we also have this open list for it. So as you get questions wrong, it will be stored up in this list. The start time is time.time. That's the start time is time. Time.time is actually going to pick time from your computer, the current time it is in your computer, on your computer, where depending on your location. So then you now for I in range one, number of questions plus one, print question I divided by number of questions. If table is not known, then A is table, B is random.randint 1, 2. Else, A, B is also random like that. Okay. So it's correct equals ask question A, comma B. So if it's correct, then score plus equals 1. So if you get it correctly, the score that was initialized here as 0 will keep increasing. And that's what this line 65 is doing. Else, for incorrect questions, you then append whatever incorrect questions there are, you append it to the incorrect questions list like that. Then end time will now be time.time again. That's by the time you're done with everything, it also record the time on your device at that point in time. So at the end of the day, total time will be end time and start time. So you can know, so it can even be a kind of competition that, oh, okay, so you answered 10 questions within 5 seconds and another person answered it within 30 seconds. So if you both get the same scores, so that time can now be the basis for telling apart who the winner is. So after all is done, you can now have your results. So print, quiz finished. Your score is whatever score you got by the number of questions. Then time taken, it chooses the time taken to one significant trigger or something. Then percentage, what percentage of the question did you get right? Okay. Then percent is printed here. If incorrect answer, so print here are the ones you missed. You can review them. So for A, B, and incorrect questions, so you have 8 multiplied by b equals the answer. Else, print. Perfect. You got everything correct. So if you don't miss anything, it will tell you got everything correct and you get that's 100%. And then it will also output this one now. Play again. So if you want to play again, to ask you, do you want to play again? So yes or no. So you have to type either Y or N. Y for yes and N for no. All right. And it is case insensitive. So that's the essence of this dot strip dot lower. If you type capital letter, it will automatically strip it of any space in before and after and make it lowercase. So whether you type capital letter Y or capital letter N, it will be fine. So if play again is Y, then print restarting the quiz and it will restart. And I have times underscore table dot quiz. This is you calling now the function that had been defined that we saw earlier. All right, that's times table quiz. Times underscore table underscore quiz. That's what we have here. Else print. Thanks. So if you don't pick Y, and you pick N, to just thanks for playing, keep practicing your tables. And then this is line 95 and 96 are there for you to be able to run the code. So let's go now. Just click on it and it starts in a moment. Okay, so it comes, welcome to the times table quiz game. Select mode, practice a single time. Now you see, because this thing keeps running, that's why you see this one will keep running until the game is over, right? So it's more like when you're working with a loop. That's what's happening here. So welcome to the times table quiz game. Select mode, practice a single times table, e.g. 7 times table. Then 2, mixed questions, random tables, enter 1 or 2. So I'll do the 2, so I'll start with 1. So I type 1 now and press enter. Okay. So it says, how many questions would you like? Let me just pick, 15. Okay, I really want to have a nice time. I like quizzes a lot. So I pick 15 and it tells me which times table do you want to practice. Let me go for uh, the 13 times table if that's possible. Okay, that's work. That's possible. 13 times 10, of course, that's 130. Then 13 times 5, I believe that's 65. 13 times 4 is 52. 13 times 8, that should be 126. Then 13 times 2 is 26. Oh, did I get that wrong? 13 times 8. Oh, 1 0 for interesting. 13 times 2 is 26. Okay. 13 times 6 should be 78. 13 times 12. Okay, that's this is serious. 26. Is it 266 or something? I think it's 266. I'm not sure. Okay, I got that wrong. 156, sorry. Then it's 13 times 1 is 13. 13 times 10 is coming again. Oh, okay. I don't like this. It's getting repeated. Okay, 13 times 5 is 65 again. Okay. No, no, no. This is not. Okay, I think I would have just stayed with 10. Now 13 times 9. So that's 130 minus 9. That should be 121, I believe. No, 127. Right. 130 minus 13. Yeah, that's 127. Oh, 117. Then 13 times 4 again is 52. 13 times 12, 156. I think we came this way before. Okay, out of everything, I got, okay, that's the final result now. Quiz finished. I got 12 out of 15. Time taken, it took me 80 seconds. That's 1 minute and 20 seconds. Since I got 12 out of 15, that's 80%. Here are the ones I missed. 13 times 8, 104. 13 times 12, 156. 13 times 9, 117. So do I want to play again? Of course, yes. So I'll pick one again. I go for one again. And this time around, let me pick 9. Okay. How many questions do I want? I just picked 10. Then what table do I want to practice? Let me go for 9. So 9 times 3, 27. 9 times 5, 45. 9 times 6, 54. 9 times 1, of course, is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 10 is 90. 9 times 1, again, is 9. So repetition has come. 54 again. And 9 times 12 is 9 times 12. 9 times 2, 18. That's 108. I think 9 times 6, 54. Okay, I mean, the repetition doesn't matter, right? Because it's it's more like a brain kind of game, a brain sharpening stuff. So quiz finished, your score is 10 over 10, time taken 29.1 seconds, percent 100%. Perfect, you got everything right. Okay, this time around, I want to play again for sure. Or let me even end it. I just say no. And then you can see this automatically stops running. But then I want to run it again because I want to play game 2. So I go for 2. How many questions? So this one will just ask you for how many questions. Let me go for 10. Let me go for 15 questions like before. So 15 questions. Now it starts. 12 times 6 should be 72, I think. 1 times 9 is 9, of course. 3 times 5 is 15. 8 times 1 is 88. 3 times 7 is 21. 9 times 11 is 99. 3 times 8 is 24, I think. 2 times 5 is 10. 9 times 1, of course, is 9. Why the repetition when there are so many things? 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 8 is 16. 12 times 4 is 48. 1 times 1, of course, 1. 7 times 1, 7. 4 times 6, again, 24. Well, that's perfect score, 36.8 seconds. Okay, I'll go again for number 2. So I want to play again. Pick 2. How many questions? I go for 10 this time around. 7 times 6, of course, is 42. 9 times 2 is 18. 10 times 3 is 30. 8 times 1 is 8. 7 times 12 is 84. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 8 is 32. So 2 times 1, 11 is 22. 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, perfect score, 25.3 seconds, like that. So, yeah, so do I want to play again? I just say no because I've had enough. Okay, so that's how that goes. So you can actually engage yourself with this. Don't forget, you can find all the code sheets I've been using under this playlist. You can find it in the Google Drive. Check the Facebook description And of course, the YouTube description also, you find the link to the Google Drive there where you can download all the code sheets and then use them for yourself. So you can have a nice time, or you can also set up. I mean, you can open this. I mean, once you have a Gmail account, you can easily use Google Colab, and then you can open it on as many devices as possible for people to just try how well they know the times table. Okay. So let me know how helpful this is for you. And if there's something else you'd like me to try out, feel very free to let me know. Okay? If you have subscribed already, I thank you very, very much. But if you have not subscribed, of course, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can always get alerted each time a new video is released. Having done that, you can also become a member of this channel by clicking on join. There are 3 levels of membership. There's bronze, silver, gold, and each one grants you a special kind of privilege. And at the highest level of that is you hanging out with me. If you're in the same physical location, or we can hang out online to talk about anything I discuss on my channel, be it mathematics, data analysis, data science, machine learning, scholarships, and all that. And whatever catches your fancy on this channel, we can hang out and talk about that based on at an agreed time. Ultimately, don't forget to comment, like, and share so that more people can have access to the great content I have going on here. So, like, come your way again. Keep doing Python right. Bye.